Hello everyone. Remember this game? It's hard to believe that it's been almost 2 years since I last sat down and played this game. I can't believe it. It was January of 2023 when I was last playing this, and it is now October of 2024. So, I suppose the first question that I need to answer is, why did I take so much time away from this game? Well, the answer to that is that you can imagine that if I have a list of priorities, a number of games that I'm going to play, displayed before me, the likelihood of me choosing a game like this to play as my top priority is very low, and as a result, it just keeps getting kicked into the long grass, and I just don't end up playing the game at any point. Other priorities have presented themselves, and I've gone and, recorded those games instead. But I've decided that it's probably about time that I come back to this game. I have no real memory of what I was doing in the previous recording. I do realise that in the previous recording I did actually switch over to a different build, or rather my build is no longer using magic. I do still have magic equipped to my abilities here, like you see my numbered keys there, my action buttons. It's all still magic, and I realise that the reason why is because none of my other abilities, I don't know if I'm using the right word when I say ability, I am, apparently. It's all passive stuff. I thought perhaps this would, weapon attacks. I suspected that maybe I could move this over here, but I can't. I'm attempting to, but I cannot. So it seems that my sorcery here is stuff that can be set to these buttons, but everything else here is actually passive abilities and things of that sort, additional attacks that are going to be married to the weapon type, so therefore not something that I would equip to these action buttons down here. So, despite the fact that I'm no longer really using a magic build, these abilities are still selected down here. I don't really mind doing that. Or I don't mind having them there, but I'm probably not going to rely on them too much. Now, to refer to my current setup, you can see, once again, I've got the camera set up to my side a little bit, and I've got the windscreen back on my microphone. This is just a test to see if positioning my microphone this far away so as not to be covering my face with the windscreen in any sort of way is going to sound better but also look decent. Sound better than my other setup, where it's more direct, don't have the windscreen, and the mic is pointing to the side. I suppose the difficulty between these two setups is that one looks better than the other, and the other sounds better than the other. So you're always having to make a compromise. Just for testing purposes, I'm giving this a try. I'm going to see if this looks acceptable but also sounds better than not having the windscreen and positioned to my side. We're going to find out. I'm not going to really discuss it further than that. We're back in Kingdoms of Amalur, ladies and gentlemen. And, I did take some time to familiarize myself with what's going on. I need to actually address my inventory here. We are at 67 items out of 70, and I have discovered, much to my chagrin, that actually our consumables count as things that are taking up space in our inventory. So if I go here, all of this stuff is actually contributing to this number. So it's particularly important that I get on top of this. I'm not really interested in my gold at the moment, but I am going to be selling some of this stuff that I don't really need. You can see that I have actually chosen to sacrifice some of my defense so that I can have this set bonus, and I don't even know if I want this set bonus. We have piercing resistance for potentially a 3 armor set bonus, but we've only got a 2 armor set bonus. Because this is blanked out, I can only assume that, you can see number 2 there, probably relating to 2 out of 5. The number 3 would be 3 armor pieces out of 5, but we obviously don't have a third, or at least I can assume that based on the fact that I haven't equipped it. The Guardian is what it's called, the Guardian set. Oh no, we do have this. Have I really thought about this? Is this really what I want? This is better defense. What is this giving me? So this is mana increased critical hit damage. Do you know what? This is actually based on magic, so I actually don't want this after all. Let's go with this. So piercing resistance. What about this? So once again, this is probably relating to... Oh no. This is not actually relating to magic damage. The ability of this, the Running Man Leggings, relates to critical hit damage, generally speaking, not magical critical hit damage, and bleeding resistance. And it seems I've actually got a double set bonus on this one, so I've got 2 pieces of this, and then presumably 3 pieces of the other thing. Plus 10 critical hit damage with melee would be good. Do you know what? This feels like the most balanced approach, what I've got here. I've got set bonuses for... I've got 2 set bonuses, and they seem to be working pretty well. Piercing resistance, probably a good thing. As for the blocking efficacy, I'm only a little bit hesitant about that, because I haven't found myself really... give it a rest. Turn that off, please. I feel like it's going to make the game easier. That is basically a buff that once you apply it, it just stays. I remember looking at this, right? Where is it? Not accessories, excuse me, I'm going to abilities. If I go here, you can see there is no mention of how long it actually lasts. And I was quite cross with the game for not telling me that. But then I realized that the answer is already there. It says active, sustained. Now, sustained means that it just stays. Once you've actually activated the thing, there is no, duration of time where it's going to be effective. It just stays in effect until you die, presumably, or until you deactivate it. So I don't really feel the need to activate a buff that's just going to make the game even easier. That's precisely the reason why I decided to walk away from magic here in this game. I don't want to make this already very simple game, very streamlined, basic, hack-and-slash RPG, even easier than it already is. Of course, there's more to a game than difficulty. In any event, it's about the enjoyment that you get out of the game, and sometimes it's about the story, sometimes it's about the feeling of satisfaction that you get while building your character, or just progressing through the game, exploring the world. There's so many factors at play beyond difficulty. But it has to be said that I'm not going to make a super easy game even easier. So that's why I'm walking away from magic, and there's some kind of foul creature over here. Hello. F-O-W-L, just to be very clear. It has taken great interest in this crate. You can continue looking at that. So, we've got a lot of quests here, you can see. But I'm actually going to stick with the Teeth of Naros for now. These are my main quests. I really don't know which of my main quests I'm supposed to work with, or engage with right now. It's a little bit confusing when you've got multiple main quests. It's not a bad thing. It just means that here, as I'm coming into the game for the first time in almost 2 years, I don't really know my head from my asshole. I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be going. Maybe I'll do Into the Light. Into the Light, I think, because it's referencing Fate Weavers, and also referencing Hues, I suspect this is probably the main quest. I shouldn't even be saying that. That phrase is ridiculous. Main quest. Just have one be the main quest, and then have the others be side quests. I mean, I understand that these are obviously adjacent, story-wise, to the main quest, but it's, as I say, slightly confusing to have this. Maybe I shouldn't be complaining. I said that it wasn't necessarily a bad thing, yet here I am, continuing to complain about it. So one thing that I want to deal with before I leave this area, and I do suspect that I've been here, or that I was here maybe in the last part or the part before. Well, obviously I was here in the last part, but my point is that it feels like I've returned to a place where I was much earlier on, and I don't quite know why. I've just ended up back here. I don't know if it's because I loaded the game, maybe I saved the game over here and then I was automatically brought back here after I loaded into it. I really don't know. A lot of time has passed, and do you know what, when I was last recording this game, the EA servers were still up for this game, the original version. No longer. Interestingly, I panicked slightly when I went to log into my EA account when I booted up this game, only to find that the servers had been shut down. The reason why I panicked was because I thought I had to be connected to the servers in order to play. I can assure you that I would not have bothered making an account unless I thought that it was necessary for me to play the game. But apparently it's not necessary. Or at the very least, the logging into the account was not necessary. Maybe it wasn't an option. Maybe I had to create an account in order to play, but now that the servers are down, it seems that I can continue to play, thankfully. So, I am pleased to see that. That was just an aside, not really related to what I was talking about. Before we leave this area, I do want to address my inventory and the fact that I have 67 there. It would be great if I had some sort of storage to take advantage of, and I might actually Google that right now. Kingdoms of Amalur storage. Is there a way to store things? I'm opening, God forbid, the fandom page for Kingdoms of Amalur. Obviously, using the fandom.com website is, how do I say, appropriate for the time, but it's not a particularly good website usually. Storage chest, this game goes out of the way to hide storage chests from you. What do you mean goes out of the way? That is not... Whoever wrote this needs to be reacquainted with the nature of the English language. It's not that the game goes out of the way to hide storage chests, it goes out of its way. Or is it great pains to do so? Anyway, I think I understand what it's trying to say. So apparently it hides storage chests. It's like a very evaluative comment. The storage chest is the stash, in quotations, where players can store items they have collected around the world. The stash can hold up to 155 items, and apparently in re-reckoning it is 300. So they are actually editing this wiki to add information that's relevant to re-reckoning. There is indeed a remastered version of this game, and I don't think it actually existed yet when I was recording before. I knew that it was on the horizon, but I didn't actually start this live stream series with the knowledge that there was a remaster coming, and as I say, I believe that it had yet to release in January of 2023, so that's another thing that's changed since I was last recording this game. Anyway, it's located inside each of the player homes and magically connected. Well, apparently there are player homes, and I didn't even know that. So we've got a list of stash locations. I'm hoping that I can utilize one of them very, very soon. So we've got Gossamer End, Canarok. That's familiar to me. Anyway, we've got Sandstone Villa in Odessa. I can see some of these are not familiar to me. And we've also got 2 DLC-only locations. I feel like Canarok, believe it or not. And I did have a false start. I shouldn't even call it a false start. I recorded a little bit and then decided to redo it because my commentary was abysmal. But I think somewhere around here there's Canarok. I think. Unless it's somewhere else and I'm just misremembering. But yeah, what I think can be said at this point is that I don't have access to any storage, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I will try to address that by ruthlessly selling my wares to make some space. That may also include selling consumables that I don't think that I'll need. And I think at this stage, you've really had too much to drink. What have you got on the table there, sir? Here I was trying to scroll forwards with my camera, but all that's doing is changing my weaponry. What you seem to have on the table, sir, is... What's that? I want to read the label. I don't suspect they go to this sort of detail. It looks like it says JME. Or JMC. Well, it appears to be wine, or mead, or some sort of similar substance. Speaking of beverages, I'm having a little bit of a break from alcohol, so I have actually given myself a beverage that's rather natural. It is coconut water. No real added sugar for this one, but rather sweet. Natural hydration, as they say. I don't know why they go to the trouble of saying natural hydration, as if water is not natural hydration. I don't find the phrase naturally hydrating to be very profound, but that's just me. That apparently is a sort of advertising phrase, or a way of, I suppose, promoting the beverage. It's naturally hydrating. You know what else is naturally hydrating? My urine. Doesn't mean I'm going to drink it. Anyway. I remember this lady. I seem to remember robustly abusing you in a previous recording. I apologize. I don't know what came over me. Maybe it's the shoulder pads? I'm not talking to you. Oh no, you've got a shop. Excuse me, I am going to talk to you. The button to access the shop is actually behind me here. It's a little bit confusing. I don't really know where to position myself. I can either put myself on the left side of the screen or the right side of the screen, but I feel like either way I'm going to be covering something. Let's not worry about it too much. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to, yeah, skip and shop. Let's sell some things. Apparently we've got junk. We have a button, and I suspect that I'm in the way of this as well. I am. See, there's a button that says sell all junk. Actually, can you guys even see this cursor? This is one of those rare instances where I might actually have the cursor appear on the screen. I think it would be better. Otherwise, well anyway, see this sell all junk button underneath inventory limit? I don't know what that refers to. What is classified as junk at this stage? Well, we're going to have to find out. Junk. I assume it is a category here on this screen. Sell all junk. I just have to trust in the game that it's going to acceptably decide what's junk and what's not. What if it decides that this is junk? I don't imagine that it would. I'd like to try and show my cursor if that's possible. Let me try to organize that. PC game capture, properties. No, I've actually told it to capture my cursor, but it's not. It doesn't appear to be anyway. Maybe it is, and it's only when I'm minimizing out of the game and looking through OBS. Maybe the cursor is normally visible. I don't know, it's a little bit confusing. Let's not dwell on it for now. It's something for me to worry about for the next recording. The lack of my cursor being captured really is not the end of the world. What do we not need? Anything relating to mana regen. I would like to sell all of those. Thank you. Minor steeled curtain. You know what would be really good? To not need to fucking right-click it to observe what it does. Don't you agree? Don't you think that's an extra step that's totally unnecessary? Like, we've got all of this, see all of that empty space on the right side? Surely you could just tell me what it is when I mouse over it. Too much to ask, obviously. Because I don't know what the hell current stopper is, let's have a look. Decreases lightning damage received by 25%. Might be useful for a large enemy or a boss of some kind. Let's just focus. Okay, we don't have many consumables that replenish mana. Can get a little bit of gold out of that. Alright, now let's look for things with low defense that don't seem particularly good. Okay. Here we go. We've got... See, I scrolled up here and I saw that sword button and I thought, well, the sword button can't... Rather, the sword symbol. That's not really going to relate to my armor, is it? And then I realized that once you get to apparel, the sword actually changes to a shield. Makes a little bit more sense. Do we want our sturdy stuff? Let's just sell anything that's... Let's start off by selling anything that is with white text. How about we just do that? And if I make a mistake with selling something, in that it may have actually been useful, I suspect that I'll be able to replace it with something else on my travels anyway. So, you see, all of this stuff, and I have a feeling that the flame, the mountain, the wind, which apparently are named after tarot cards, I suspect that they all came from DLC. That's why there's one for every weapon type. So, this is something I'd rather keep, possibly in storage. Anyway, what's this hand? Do you see there's a hand? Does that mean I can't use it? I'm not sure. Let's sell that. Don't need a Selkie Veil. The Running Man Armor. What does this do? Oh, it's here. Critical hit damage. Oh, I do like the idea of increasing my critical hit damage. I don't think I have... Oh no, I do actually have the Running Man set. By the looks of it. Or perhaps not. I've got the Running Man gloves, the Running Man hood, and the Running Man armor, but I don't seem to have any leggings for it. Oh well. I said before that I was content with my current bonuses, so I'm going to keep it that way. I don't want the Valley Cow. And I don't know how to pronounce this word. Chaucers? Chaucers? Coursers, even. I don't really know. It's not a word that I'm familiar with. Well, I've seen the word, but I've never heard it spoken aloud, so I really don't know how to pronounce it. We do have the Shepherd set. What are we dealing with here? Melee block efficacy and chance to critical hit. That's probably pretty good. Chance to critical hit. although it has an amount of might that we don't currently possess, or it has a requisite amount of might that we do not possess. Let's just sell it. I want the space right now. I don't want the buckler. And I'm feeling inspired, so I'm going to sell this as well. Alright, we've made a little bit of space back. I don't know what sell all junk means. What is junk? Would bones and skull be junk? If we have an option to sell all junk, why does it let us pick it up in the first place? Don't you find that a little bit strange? That the game is actually self-aware enough to say, hey, in your travels, you're actually picking up completely useless garbage. Let's give you an option to sell that. My response, don't give us the option to even pick it up if you're going to let us sell it. Sell all junk? Sold one junked item. Okay, I still don't really know what junk is, but I'm feeling a little bit better about my inventory now. So we are currently at 47 out of 70. That is a damn sight better than it was. Let's do a manual save of the game. You can see our last save was the 28th of January 2023. I'm sorry, it's just so wrong to read it backwards like that. Do you know what I mean? You actually saw me do it. The 28th day of January, I'm going backwards now, month, and then back to the year. So why am I starting in the middle, going to left, and then jumping back to the right? That, hopefully, has fairly clearly outlined why that order is stupid. Anyway. Some people will say, no, it makes more sense to say January 28th. No, it doesn't. Sorry. I disagree. Where should we go now? Probably following in this direction. Or heading in this direction. Into the light. Let's go that way. I don't think we have anything more that we want to do here. I wouldn't suspect so. We can collect regents from over here. Obviously all of these random... Well, I probably shouldn't say random. Just these plants, just the flora that exists here can be interacted with, and we can gather regents from them. I, at this stage, don't really know what we can use them for. Possibly potion crafting. My RPG senses tell me that it's for crafting potions. Could be used for other equipment crafting, I really don't know. But just in case I need it in the future, I will gather it now. What do you have to say for yourself? Sverry Brond.
Finally, someone that looks like they could stand up to a moderate breeze.
Yes, I think I could manage that.
Such as yourself, me and a crew are mounting an expedition to a new land south of here.
Where is the expedition going?
Clever and strong, I see. It's as
What's clever about that?
going to the teeth of Nara.
I asked you a basic question. That is not indicative of smarts or anything of the sort.
We're camped beyond Ettenmere.
This woman must meet some really simple-minded people. I asked her where the expedition was going, and she's like, "Whoa, that's quite remarkable. You actually are able to conduct a conversation."
Glad that's done with.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that you were so opposed to speaking with me. That's really interesting. Like, we're having a perfectly civilized conversation, and once it's over, she very verbally, or I suppose very audibly says, while she's quite close to me, "Glad that's done with." Well, excuse me. Should I be following you right now? I don't think there's any quest that I'm now on as a result of talking to you, so I don't know if I should be following her. She happens to be going in the direction that I am. Well, based on the fact that you've got a white question mark above your head, I'm going to assume that I've already spoken to you, so I'm not going to help you right now, but I will probably help you in the future when I decide to do my side quests. We can still see that marker of this lady. Oh, for a second I thought it was her. Yeah, I've definitely been here before. You've got the same hairstyle as that other lady, I think. You've also got stuff going on your face. Some sort of face tattoo. I've noticed that there's a lot of face tattoos and golden rings on people's faces in this world. Interesting fashion. Oh, here we go. Well, that lady's getting annihilated. Look at that. Let's just stand back and watch her. Oh my god. She's sturdy. She's made of stout stuff. I've seen her, and she's also gushing blood. If we stand here for long enough, will we watch her die? Jeez. It's quite... she's being gored at the moment. Look at this! This is... I'm sorry, I can't actually continue watching this. This is rather confronting. Oh, no, I don't want my bow right now. I'm getting in nice and close. Oh, there's something about my sword that I need to discuss with all of you. But I will prioritize rescuing this lady from certain death. I wonder what her health bar is looking like. Oh, we've got some sort of creature over here. What is that? A sprite. Okay. Get out of here. Oh, for a second I thought she died. I don't know why. And she's off. Completely unperturbed. And just uninjured, to be honest, after that ordeal. I don't think I've ever seen someone hit the deck so many times and then just take off running as if nothing's wrong. Although I have seen small animals get hit by cars and then go running and then go rigid and die. So maybe she's gone rigid and died over here. Let's have a look. Has she got? No, I don't suspect she has, because... yeah. Well, no, maybe the fact that I can't see her marker on the compass means that she's gone somewhere to die. That's unfortunate. I said that I wanted to have a discussion with you. With all of you. Relating to my weapon. A discussion appertaining to this information as written here. 4 bleeding damage over 5 seconds. That's a mistake. I sound very certain of myself. That's because I am. For some reason, it says in the description of this weapon that it deals bleed damage. I can assure you that it does not deal bleed damage. It does, however, deal poison damage. You probably saw it in that confrontation before. And not only was it obvious that I was dealing poison damage to those enemies, but the weapon also looks like a poison weapon. It's glowing green, and, well, I mean, there's nothing else really that indicates that it's a poison weapon, but quite frankly, it's very visible that I'm dealing not bleeding damage, but poison damage. We saw that lady having blood gushing out of her. I certainly didn't see anything of the sort with the enemies that we were fighting, but I did see them covered in green shit. Now, the technical term is indeed green shit, and that usually relates to poison. Usually. My RPG senses tell me that that was not bleeding, but poison. I mean, unless the wolves bleed green, of course. Hello, lady.
Interesting. You're not at all what I expected to find here.
Well, okay. You killed Arden! I don't know why we're jumping to these conclusions. She was just sort of crouching by him, almost out of concern. I don't know why we've jumped to this conclusion. Or I suppose I could say, I don't know why we're being given the option to jump to this conclusion, so let's not do that.
Found a band of Tuatha to this place. They killed the Fate Weaver.
Ah, see? See?
Give me an idea of why they were here. Now I know. They were hoping to find you.
Obviously no one ever told this lady that it's rude to point. Why assume that I'm involved? You're not going anywhere. I like how, even though... well, I suppose I didn't completely rule out the possibility that she had done something by responding with the second choice in the previous option to do so, but still, why didn't you save him? I guess we can ask that question.
The Tuatha would know I was tracking them. This Fate Weaver wasn't worth losing valuable information.
No, okay.
The Tuatha are still on the move. I must go. I'm certain we will see one another again.
I noticed that she's got a birthmark on her abdomen. Alrighty. No, it's not that I was distracted by her rather well-shaped navel or anything like that. Talk to Agarth. He seems quite surprised. The Tuatha killed him? That's what we established, isn't it? I think so. There was a woman here, looks like it was his time. That's a little bit sanguine, isn't it? The Tuatha killed him.
Come here. Why kill a harmless old Fate Weaver? They couldn't know that you were headed here. I mean, the stingy bastard owes me a week of drinks. Doesn't mean he deserved to be murdered.
Yeah, I don't suspect that that's related to anything whatsoever, but thanks for mentioning it, man.
I think I'm going to have to take you to Delach.
What's Delach? Hey, this wasn't my fault. Was he accusing me of having done something wrong? I'm a little bit... what I have to say is that the options that we're given conversationally don't seem to relate to what's been said before at all, or to what's happening in the situation. It's a little bit confusing, but anyway. What's Delach?
It's a sacred place to we Fate Weavers. Somewhere that I was hoping to was hoping Arden could take you, but I guess it comes down to me. No reason getting anyone else killed over it. Go, I'll meet you there. Once I give Arden a proper funeral.
Sounds good, mate.
Now I've buried the bodies left in your wake.
You see, we've now had a second example of someone becoming extremely, what's the word? Terse? Unfriendly after we've just had a perfectly civilized conversation. Do they think that I'm out of earshot even though I'm basically standing cheek by jowl with them? I don't really understand, but anyway. You know, they give me lip after we've finished having our conversation, but I'm still standing right here. Just say it to my face, man. Although I was so close that he may as well have said it to my face. Have had said it to my face, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about sentence structure right now. Anyway, some Fate Weaver that I don't know at all is dead. Hughes, I believe his name is now giving him a proper burial or some such. And we're just going to continue in the general direction of this golden ring. I'm sorry, I see golden rings and I can't stop thinking about Sonic. I feel like I'm following in the footsteps of a blue hedgehog. Don't you think? Like, can you get golden rings out of your head other than that? Here we go, we've got an exclamation mark. Oh, never mind, I thought this was a person to talk to. This is actually a skeleton. Silk Farmer remains. I will take the remains. And I will promptly move on, because I'm not doing any side quests right now. Ooh. Looks like, yeah, we are going the right way. Meet Agarth at Delac. Hold on. He's dead. You think you'd update the... What? Am I going crazy? You think you'd update it, wouldn't you? Meet Agarth at Delac. Maybe I'm going crazy. Am I going crazy? Who just died? I actually have to go back and check to see who died, because at first I thought it was... And I'm sure this is entirely my fault. At first I thought Agarth was the one who died, and then I saw Arden and thought, oh, maybe he was the one who died. I need to actually go back to that house and confirm the name of this person. Actually, do you know what? I don't have to. I can go to my map and see... Wait, where was I? Was it here? Arden. Yeah, Arden's hut. He's the guy. Arden died. So why is it that I have meet Arden unless I've done all of these things and this is the most recent thing I must do? That's possible. Well, I guess we could say that I've met Arden, technically. I've met his corpse, I've met his body. Although I suppose met sort of implies that there's an interaction, doesn't there? Anyway, I'm just going to lower my game monitor volume, or my sound monitoring amplitude, because it's a bit loud. We've got a spider. Oh, Jesus, that was quick. Now, there's something I wanted to comment about what just happened there. You saw that I was bound in web there. And there's something about having that circular progress bar. It makes me feel like I need to hold the button in order to break free. But actually, you just use your attack button. So we're here playing a hack and slash game where they actually have the opportunity to vary the combat a little bit, or at least take you out of that situation where you're constantly pressing one button to do everything. Maybe you could hold the button instead. That would actually change the pace a little bit. But instead, they just make you keep pressing the button. It's extraordinary to me that there was an opportunity for them to not have you press the same button every time, but they still just have you press that same button. I mean, if you're not even paying attention, you might not even notice that you're stuck. I mean, you probably would, to be fair. You'd have to be extremely unobservant in order to not notice, but still, like, you think that they'd at least have you do something different, because if they made you hold the button, it would be more interactive. Maybe it's better to aim for the small ones first, although they still seem to have quite a lot of defense. I'm getting indications that they are resistant to something, and I suspect that's the poison that is allegedly not on my weapon. Apparently my weapon actually deals bleed damage, not poison damage. That was a pretty good strong attack there. Now, if I hold my button down... There we go. Oh! That was something. That was like a thrusting attack, but it didn't seem to result in much increased damage. I suspect that I'm doing it wrong somehow. That's good of me, isn't it? Blame myself rather than the game. What have we got? Repair kit? I'll take that. There does seem to be weapon durability. I don't really know how it works. I don't know if we actually lose effectiveness with our weapon as the durability goes down, or if it's literally just a binary system where it's either intact and working completely, or broken and not working at all. I have no idea. I'm avoiding this stone because when you interact with it, you get this fucking... just this person wittering on, just ad infinitum, and I don't really want to listen to it right now. I don't even know what the benefits of this are, so I'm not even going to interact with it right now. I hope I don't come to regret that, but as far as I'm concerned, the only thing that happens when you interact with it is you just listen to someone crapping on. Talk to whatever.
Civilization in these lands. We have
Oh.
magic and weapons. Should be easy work.
I don't really know what you're talking about, actually.
Bill, I'm
The
on
Bill?
a mission to the teeth of Naros.
That was a good read.
Another to come with us on the journey.
Why is this guy so posh? He doesn't look posh at all. What's this expedition?
But as I said, we're going
Oh.
to the unexplored
No, I'm sorry for asking.
Dalentarth. There's
Dalentarth.
unimaginable wealth. Our
That's not how posh people talk.
when we get there. If you need more information, find our camp near Ettenmere and speak to our leader, Helic.
Yeah, no.
Leave me.
Leave me! Well, I'm sorry for even acknowledging your existence, to be honest. For both of our sakes. Obviously you didn't enjoy it, and I could have done without it myself. Okay, so... we're meeting Agarth at Delach. I don't know whether to go this way or that way. We are at a junction. And, I suppose we're going to go this way. No, let's go this way. There seems to be more going on over here, doesn't there? Now, I think I've been here before. Holmstead. When I say I think I've been here before, I mean in the previous attempt at this recording. And for some reason I remembered this being the place that showed up when I was researching how to store my stuff. See, Canarok? It's nearby. I think Canarok is nearby, but it's not this place. Ooh. Holmstead. I think Canarok is somewhere over here, maybe. It's nearby, I believe. Lockpicking, here we go. I need to remind myself how to pick a lock in this game. What do I press? Ah. Hey, first try. I'll happily take... I'll take my lockpick back, but... well, actually, did I consume a lockpick by doing that, or do you only consume lockpicks when they break? That is the question. I really need to double check this. Next time, I'll keep an eye. I'll keep an eye out. Alright, we've got two people to talk to here. We've got this guy. Who... well, I was about to say he was cutting up a fish, but by the looks of it, he's actually just trying to cut off his fingers. These pesky fingers! Oh, I keep missing them!
There ain't no fish today, stranger. Best you look elsewhere.
Looks like this guy was, you know, butchering a fish. Do you say butchering a fish? Probably say filleting a fish. Not filleting, filleting. But it looks like he's gone and wiped his face. He's like, oh, this is tough work. And he doesn't seem all that concerned that he's wiped blood all over himself. You've met a nymph.
Remember when I first saw her on the cliff to the south, overlooking Ettenmere. I saw that watery maiden and I fell in love with her. I've outlived my
Very good.
My nephew Thaddeus up and left for Dyden Hill for want of never seeing me again. I had a chance of ending lonely.
I feel like this is very important information. Why don't they want to see you again?
Beasts of the wild.
Did you kill your previous spouse?
We were to wed by my pier. But I ain't been for days now.
We were to wed. I mean, that escalated quickly.
The monsters will rip me to shreds.
It did escalate quickly. We went from this guy's met a nymph to we were to wed. Well, there's some missing information here. But I suppose he doesn't have to tell me his life story. His lips just quivered. I'm sorry to dredge up these painful memories. In fact, he looks almost tearful. Your disconsolate expression really puts me in a bit of a bind. I feel like I shouldn't even be having these conversations. I'm not a therapist. The beasts of the wild scared her off. I'd search, but the monsters will rip me to shreds. I can kill the monsters. Not now, but I will at some point in the future.
Also find my bride to be. Then the wedding will be upon us.
Do you think they're actually going to get married? Or is this guy having a huge misunderstanding right now? Is he labouring under an extraordinary misapprehension? Did he get one look at this girl and say, "We are to be wed"? Who knows? Where can I find the nymph? I'm going to check her out, see if you've got good taste or not. The gentle creature. Question. Excuse me, I've got a question. If you are so close to this thing, this creature, this person even, that you're going to marry this creature, why would you refer to her as this gentle creature? It just doesn't sound very personal. It sounds like, you know, I'm not going to say it's an objectifying phrase, but basically you are looking at this thing and describing it in terms that would almost indicate that it's your first impression. It's like this gentle creature. It's like, no, that's your wife-to-be. Goodness. Anyway, that's that. We've got another person to speak to. He is rather small. At first I thought you had a giant golden tooth, actually. And then I realised everyone's got face tattoos and piercings. Very interesting. I think I can guess the preferences of whoever wrote this story in terms of fashion. I don't think fashion's the word, you know. I reckon this person's covered in tattoos and probably has a few piercings. That's all I can say. Whoever wrote this. Or whoever is responsible for the character designs, anyway.
Texts say the artifacts are powerful, but what they can do is never explicitly stated. Regardless, the Templars feel it best to place such items under their guard.
That would be so uncomfortable to have that there. It's so thick. It'd be just pressing against your top lip the entire time. I would hate that.
I'm at a loss for what to do.
I'm not completely opposed to piercings. I'm not deeply warm to them, particularly ones on the face. But that would be one of the worst. Just in terms of appearance, it just doesn't do anything for me. Anyway, that's just me. I can recover them, I guess. I didn't read anything of what you had to say, but you know.
My research indicates that the artifacts are somewhere in Delak.
Well, I'm going to Delach, so
Trophy of the Etin.
just coincides really well with my current plans.
Edition was underprepared.
I'm not going to help you now. I'll help you at some point in the future.
A large reward waits for one who finds the artifacts.
A large reward, you say? Where are the shrine... Oh, sorry. Shine, not shrine. Where are shine and shadow? I don't know what that refers to, because I haven't really been reading what he has to say.
Talk of an ancient guardian. From the looks of this place, it's likely some Etin.
Some Eton. Okay. Shine and shadow. Yet another quest to do. I suppose one of the downsides to pursuing quests long after you've actually begun them, or first interacted with the person who gives you the quest, is that by the time you do it, the reward might be almost meaningless, like actually not worth getting at all. That's one of the downsides to doing side quests long after. So, seeing as though this particular side quest is roughly where I'm going, or at least I can assume so, maybe I will actually do this side quest. I can't just, you know, turn my nose up at every side quest that comes my way, can I? Maybe we'll give that one a try. I've got some kind of curse. You see that indicator on the right side? It shows that I've got a curse, but I really don't know what it's doing or how to get rid of it. It's obviously not that problematic if it's not even giving me a recognizable deficiency. Hold on. What was that other shit that I had something that was new, I think in my inventory. Where was it? Armor? No. No. Consumables. I had something new in the spot where I was looking. I think it was in there. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let us move on. We have more to do, I suspect. Regents to collect. Terrain to traverse. I thought it was a shooting star, but nay. Lo, it is a sprite of some kind. Oh, excuse me, sir. I was taking in the local fauna, which I presume is what that was. Yeah, you were bleeding, alright. Definitely not poisoned, you were bleeding, because I'm supposed to trust my weapon descriptions in this game. What the hell is that? A hard chest to dispel. Well, as long as I'm not going to be attacked from behind. Dispel ward. Dispel. Oh, I remember how to do this. Oh, here we go. Yeah, tutorial pressing. Left click. There's no, I guess, left mouse button. While the cursor is over a dark sigil, will cause the ward to explode. That sucked. Okay, I have to actually click it every single time, otherwise I'm actually in danger right now. I need to consume a healing wear. Right, am I still losing health? No, I'm not. Okay, so when you do it, you have to... What the fuck was that? Oh, I see. So if you attempt it but fail, it still breaks it. You just get hurt in so doing. That's a little bit weird, isn't it? Scalding longsword. Okay, I've got some lockpicks as well. I'll take that. What's happening with my scalding longsword? So, it's better than what I've currently got, but it doesn't have poison damage. Oh, sorry, did I say poison damage? I meant bleed. I can't believe they've got a typo like this. They haven't just typoed it, they've put the bleed icon there. It looks like a poison weapon, and I can bloody well tell you, beyond peradventure, it's a poison weapon. So we've got this longsword, which is obviously considerably weaker than what we've got, and then we've got this, which deals fire damage and is also stronger than what we currently have equipped. Deals piercing damage, same, same... What's this? So if this is not physical damage, what is this? Do they just randomly add 11 physical damage on for some reason? Why? Why do that? Don't you think that's a little bit strange? I'm not misunderstanding this, because surely... I hope that my cursor is visible. If it's not, then it's... there you go. It just gets better and better. This number is the defensive value of armor and the total damage value for weapons. Okay. So for a second I thought that they were not going to mention the weapon aspect of it. I thought they were just going to talk about the fact that it related to armor, even though it clearly did not. Why do they need the same text box for both? Isn't that confusing? Oh, it determines the item's base efficacy in combat. Okay. So I guess adding physical damage is just going to add to that number. Total damage value, which is presumably physical damage value, unless physical damage is separate to even that. Do you think physical damage would be separate to that? I don't know, and I'm not going to overthink it. I suspect that I might want to use this, because you can see that one of the benefits of using this would be poison damage. I mean, okay, it's not bleed damage, but can I trust the over 5 seconds part? Can I trust that? There's 4 damage rather than 3, but it's kind of... This is better. That's what I've decided. Looks kind of cooler too, don't you think? Hey, that's nice. I can get behind that. Alright, got a flaming weapon. Let's set this thing on fire. Oh, excuse me, sir. Almost looked like I was setting myself on fire there. Loot pile. Crude leather hood, not interested. Cloudy lightning shard. Sounds like it would be useful for something, just don't know what. The same can be said of almost everything that I pick up, to be honest with you. And we are still, more or less, heading in this direction. This is the side quest I think that I was actually considering doing, because you can see it's so close to my objective. I may as well. Do I now have 2 cursors? Are you seeing on the right side? I've now got 2 things showing up with like a red skull. Boggart, Plague Bearer. Boggart. Whoa. Guy's doing pirouettes. How do you feel about my fire attacks, sir? For a second I thought, oh no, I had already poisoned him, I think, with my bow. For a second I thought this weapon was dealing poison damage also. These guys are a little bit problematic when they're being all athletic. I don't know if that's the word, you know what I mean. I don't really know if I like the sound of the fire. It's very bass heavy. It's got a bit of a... And sorry, I was not able to actually imitate that very well. I thought I was going to be able to, but... You know, it's very deep sounding. I don't like it. My precious ears. Cuirass of Dismantling. Traveler's Band. This looks good. Don't you think? I mean, to start with, purple text, I believe, is indicative of a rare item, or denotes something of considerable rarity, but it looks pretty good too. I mean, the name's a bit average, but looks good. Cuirass of Dismantling. Let's just see what we've picked up, shall we? Armor. Let's start with this. We don't have the enough might to be able to use it. Let's not worry about it for now. We may just sell it later. Traveler's Band. Here we go. This is definitely an improvement. So we've got more health if we equip it, as compared to our Squire's Ring. And we also have additional lockpicking and stealth. This seal is a simple square cloth with a bottle and a gem both partially covered in shadows. What the hell do you mean by that? Anyway, choose a slot to equip ring. Are you kidding me? I can have both of them equipped? Bloody hell. In case I weren't strong enough already, they got to make me even stronger, hey? Oh man, this game is really challenging me. I'm so glad that my character is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah. Alright. I'm enjoying my flaming sword, though. It's a bit cooler than the last thing, don't you think? By my estimations, 'tis much cooler. Gnomish expedition. Okay. Well, the expedition seems to have ended in tragedy, if I may say so. What's going on with you? Oh. Take your lockpicks. I guess gnomes are a bunch of thieves, then. Already, I am becoming... How should I say? I'm feeling prejudiced towards the gnomish people. The only thing that guy had on him was just tools to steal and plunder. Hello? I'm not even giving you the... I'm not going to give you... Oh, look at this. Okay. Now, I may have been unfair. You need to get a life. That's what you need. Now, let me try to explain what I want to explain while dealing with these enemies. Now, it turns out that all of my melee attacks are dealing poison damage. So actually, the description of that weapon was not necessarily wrong. I don't yet know why all of my weapons are dealing poison damage, but it seems to be unrelated to an inconsistency or a discrepancy in the description of my other weapon. I really want to aim for that guy. Alright, let's heal ourselves. Is it worth it? I think it's going to be a little risky if I don't, so let's... Not accessories, excuse you. Do not go into that section when I do not wish for you to do so. Oh, God. Getting falcon punched by this guy. Yeah, take that. Oh my God. I really need to figure out why I'm dealing poison damage. It's important to me. I don't understand it. It feels like it's trivializing the abilities of my weapons, you know? I've already got so many abilities with all of these weapons, and then on top of that I'm just dealing poison damage for some unknown reason, so I have to figure it out. I just feel like I'm a little bit too strong. Why do I just randomly have poison damage on everything? Is it because I have this equipped as my secondary weapon that somehow this translates over to this? What if I unequip it? That's going to be my first guess. It sounds unlikely, but at this stage I can't think of any other reason why I would have that damage. There's just no mention of poison damage anywhere else. It's not on my rings. It's not on my armor. I can't imagine it... Well, hold on, what about my shield? The thing that I'm not using at all. Where was that, actually? Secondary? Oh, fuck off. Accessories, perhaps? No. Where did I actually see that? Where did I see my shields? There they are. No mention of poison damage here. What the devil is going on? I simply do not understand. Ceremonial helm might be good. Minor flame guard, probably don't need that. But I'll keep it for now. Ceremonial helm, definitely can't use that. 6 might. God, when do I level up next? Feels like it's been a while. Anyway, I won't complain about leveling up too slowly. I've just been complaining about being too strong. Let's not worry too much. I'm a little concerned that I'm getting armor that I can't even use, though. Ceremonial helm. Seems to be more defensive than anything else. In a game like this, I really don't need more defense. Okay, I don't have an answer except for my bow, so let me unequip my bow. I don't know if I've got another bow to use. Let's just unequip it for now. We are unarmed. What happens if I... Oh yeah, there we go. Getting involved. Hand-to-hand combat. Eat my fists. Creatures of the video game. What's this? This looks rather special. Star Thistle. No Regents found. Well, that's one way of putting me down. Here we go. Says the two-headed thing. Alright, are we dealing poison damage? I don't know what you're doing, but I'm scared. Whoa! Jumping. Jesus. Etten Brew. We don't appear to be dealing poison damage anymore. Okay, so for some reason, when we have a bow equipped that deals poison damage, it actually carries over onto our primary weapon. Which, to me, it's just my humble opinion, is fucking stupid. I think that's ridiculous. I think it's unnecessary. And it makes my character too strong, I think. Because obviously, I'm using weapons that already have abilities, right? So why would equipping a poison bow give my weapon with abilities poison damage? It's just... It doesn't seem like it was a well-balanced decision when it comes to giving the character additional abilities, or when it comes to the damage output of the player. It's just too much, I think. Alright, let's see if we're going to get a bow that's stronger than what we already have. So, it's going to be more lightning focused. It doesn't have the critical hit chance. That's sort of what I'm concerned about at the moment. Yeah, let's focus on, or rather, let's continue using the Hunter, the bow that we got in the DLC, because that seems to be better. Empowering Chaucers. We're going to say Chaucers or Coursers? Let's figure out how to pronounce this shit. It's important, because I think this is a word that's going to show up a lot. It's more of a, so it's a sort of medieval wear. Here we go.
Shows.
It's a shos. Very good. I hope that wasn't too loud. That was, yeah, I think you just had your ears blown out. I apologize for that. But yes, it's a shos. I had a feeling that there were going to be some silent letters in there, but no, most of it is silent. Shos. So, let's have a look at that, shall we? Wherever the hell they are, legs, surely. The Guardian Shos, and what else? Did I not pick it up? I thought I picked it up. I was so distracted. Empowering Shos. Where are you? No, I will sell that. I'll keep it for now. But when it comes time to sell my wares, it shall be sold. I need a sneeze. Alrighty. So it seems that... Oh, something is definitely going on with you. Never mind, it is a corpse, so not much is going on with you, but it does seem to relate to a quest. Warsworn Ledger. This corpse contains a mission brief from Shieldring Keep. Warsworn Ledger. I will take the mission brief. It is a new quest. It does not relate to a quest that I'm currently on. Stone thing. That I've decided not to interact with.
I was beginning to think you were just something I saw in the bottle. Welcome to the ruins of Delok.
What was he just saying? Was he saying that... Was he talking about like a potential drunken episode where he just imagined me, or what? Welcome to the ruins of Delach. Why are we here? That's a question. This is the place. I still think you're crazy. I really need to get up to date with this story. But do you know what? I don't like this guy's attitude, so I'm going to respond with this comment.
We'll see soon enough. Deep below us is the theater of fate, where the immortals taught man, Alpha, and Gnome to read the destiny of the world. Come with
Yeah, those crafty gnomes. Don't trust those gnomes. They'll fucking steal your shit.
It's the ruins of the theater of fate. This is where the first Fate Weavers learned how to read the weave. They left their wisdom behind in the Destiny Stone.
Are those Destiny Stones the things I've been avoiding? Probably. Goodbye. In we go. Very well. You missed terribly, sir. Now to use my poison fire sword thing. Sword with many abilities. Oh god. These really large enemies, when they lunge at you, they... Oh! They really travel far. I'm just going to pause and just see what the volume of the game is like. It is a little bit too loud, isn't it? It has been getting too loud, so I'm going to drop it down to that volume. I think that's going to be more appropriate. I just don't want to have a situation where I'm being drowned out, okay? I want to avoid it. And even if I'm not being drowned out, I don't want you to have to, I suppose, strain your ears to be able to hear me clearly. I just find that situation to be intolerable. Now, presumably this guy is suffering from 2 DOTs, poison and fire, and I just don't agree with the fact that my sidearm, effectively, you know, my secondary bow, is giving additional abilities to my primary weapon. I think it's unnecessary. I think I've already got a pretty robust weapon here. A weapon with many abilities, and many capabilities. So why are we getting extra? I can sort of accept having an accessory that might do it. Even that would be rather overpowered. But fine. Stay close. Alright. Stay close, yet I'm the one who's going to lead the way? Is that what you're suggesting? Did you just tell me to stay close, yet I'm the one who's going to... You look like you're going back from where you came from. Okay. Well, you follow my lead, sir. And you stay close to me, actually. If I were to stay close to you, we wouldn't get anywhere, by the looks of it. Open door. Here he comes. As if it's just a legend. We got here very easily. Good God, these people aren't very smart, are they? Some Fate Weavers think it's just a legend, even though there's absolutely nothing stopping us from accessing this place. Although we did have some large enemies to fight off, but the ruins are very clear. There would be no reason to think it's just a legend. It didn't, like, sink under the sea or something like that. What am I doing? I'm using a consumable to recover my health. I suspect that a minor healing potion will actually heal more than my total health. Let's see if it tells me how much it actually recovers. It is... No, it just says a small amount. That's very nice of you. So we've got a total of 88 health. I suspect it is near to 88 or exceeding 88 when we heal with that. It's not a percentage of health. It probably is a set amount. So I think it might be a little bit wasteful to use it when I'm at like 30% health, but I don't want to run the risk of a surprise attack dealing about that much of my health and then killing me. I don't want to be in the position where I'm dying in a game like this, so I will be wasteful with my consumables. Well, I guess we'll go this way. Can I get a surprise attack? Do I have a crouching option? What the hell was that? Had you in the way. Can I hit you before... Come on! Aim at him! Why is it going for the wolves? I have no comment, quite frankly. There you go, I got a critical hit there. Do you reckon that was a surprise attack? You could see that I was going for a surprise attack, but the clunkiness of the game was really getting in the way. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Here we go. Obviously, it's truly absurd that your arrows are just something that replenish automatically. It's got almost like a recharge. Like it's some sort of laser beam firing weapon. You just need to recharge the laser beam. Oh, come on. I'm playing a hack and slash game. Why is it that pressing the attack button isn't causing me to win automatically? Don't worry, it kind of is. It's just a game for fun. It's not about enriching you or anything. Here we go. You know, I don't feel intellectually stimulated by the strategy that goes into fighting these enemies or anything. And it's certainly not intended to do that. Or at least, I bloody well hope not. Consumables. Minor experience booster. I may as well use it now. How long does it last for? No, not for very long. I'd better hurry up and get into a confrontation. Otherwise this will be a bit of a waste. Note to self, wait until you're actually in combat before using that thing. Here he comes. Crazy guy. Doing body slams and the like. Did I evade before I could loose the arrow? I think I did do that. That was a bit foolish. Alright. Come on, creatures. Canine beasts. Oh my god. Oh, get away from body slam, man. What's going on with Hughes? Come on, Hughes. Wait, no, it's not Hughes. It's Agarth, I think. What's his fucking name? I was calling him Hughes before. I think Hughes is the small fellow, the dwarf-looking thing. This guy, I think, is Agarth. Agarth, I don't know. Quests. Yes, follow Agarth into Delach. So we're definitely interacting with Agarth at the moment. No, I can't get past these guys. Oh no, I can. I just need to believe in myself. Let's go and try to get some help. Oh no, you're just being annihilated by a single wolf. Can you actually do anything, mate? I think it was just a one-on-one with you and that wolf for the best part of 30 seconds, and I think you did an excellent job of falling on your ass for the entirety of that time. I just have a feeling. Let's have another healing potion, shall we? You get out of here. There we go, leveled up. And it seems that I wasn't able to kill the big guy while my experience boost was in effect. And quite frankly, I'd like to blame Agarth for that. That bastard. He's just not very useful. But you know what? I shouldn't complain too much, because we are strong enough on our own to not really require his help. It would be rather missing the point, I think.
Stay close.
Stay close. But also, you lead the way. I guess canonically speaking, he's leading the way, but obviously in practice, that is not happening. Now, here's this crazy fucking screen that I don't really understand at the moment. Harvest components. Use 3 components when crafting. Jesus, why have I leveled up this so much? Increase the effectiveness of repair kits. Detect hidden. Oh my god. Lockpicking. Persuasion. What are these ones that are in red? So obviously the ones that are blanked out haven't actually been invested in yet. But if it's red, what does that mean? Does that mean I can't invest in it? I can't actually put a point into it? This screen is a mystery to me at the moment. Mercantile. Okay, what if I select this? Oh no, apparently it's okay for me to do that. If I go back... Oh, shut up. So what does it mean if it's red? And if it's blanked out, what does that mean? Do you see what I'm saying? So if it's red... What? Because this isn't red, so why is this not red? Does that make sense? I'm a little bit confused. I'm sure it makes sense, and I'm just not figuring it out. We're not going to be upgrading anything on this screen. We might work with finesse a little bit. Oh, come on, I'm trying to... Okay, next level, plus 4 physical damage with longbows, plus 15% with longbows. Oh my god. Okay, so damage and physical damage are different. I suspect that damage is that number that we saw next to the sword. That initial damage value that we see for the weapon is damage. and then you've got physical damage. Can I just say how clumsy that is? To have damage and then physical damage. Because logically speaking, and maybe this is because I've played games where this is the way it's done, but damage, without actually specifying what kind of damage it is physical damage. Is that not reasonable? Why would you divide up your physical damage into two forms of physical damage? Because obviously damage, just as a generic term, is not going to refer to anything elemental or magical. It's going to be, you know, the fucking sharpness of the weapon, the effectiveness of the physical thing. But no, you've got physical damage on top of your damage. Why complicate it in that way? I think what frustrates me the most about it is that they're adding a complexity in an area of the game that simply doesn't need it, and then they take away complexity in areas where the game would actually benefit. It just seems like really clumsy game design to me. I'm not going to allow myself to be offended by it, but it is bothersome. It's annoying to look at. But anyway, I think the game knew precisely what it wanted to be and wasn't concerned about being overly simplistic. But when I see them add pointless complexity like that, it turns me off slightly. It feels like, you know, they're demonstrating a willingness to add some detail to the way damage is applied, but they're doing it in a way that simply doesn't make sense. Maybe someone who is more invested in this game than I am can shed some light and maybe clear up this possible misunderstanding that I'm having, but just on the face of it, there's no misunderstanding. It's just clumsy. Okay, dagger mastery. Okay, so we've got different weapon types that we can improve here. Weaving a burst of shadow magic to wound and stagger enemies. Okay, so this is an actual attack that we can possibly equip. Do you think? Because this is neither a weapon attack nor a passive ability. So this seems like something we can put on our skills bar. So weaving a burst of shadow magic. Okay. Quickly press the button again to throw a volley of shadowy blades, dealing pierce and bleeding damage. Your deadly grace allows you to deal tremendous amounts of damage from stealth. Yeah, I still haven't really made sense of the stealth system yet. I don't know if there is a way to actually enter a stealth mode, but one can assume that if I attack an enemy without them seeing me first, I will get a damage bonus, and that seems to relate to that sort of attack. Now what's the difference between... Did I just invest that? What if I didn't want to? There you go. Alright, so possibly longbow mastery. Maybe we'll add that just to get rid of our... Oh no, we possibly do want some increased might, because if you remember, we did have some equipment that needed more might. So I think might is going to be very useful for some of our equipment. Possibly finesse as well. I just don't want to at the start of the game, it doesn't feel right to heavily invest in any one of these. Obviously, I've heavily invested in sorcery, but we're not going to be doing that any further. I feel like that's a little unnecessary. Your masterful use of shields greatly increases your damage resistance. I mean, skillful defense is at level 0. It's not masterful yet. It will become masterful. Are you suggesting that I'm already extremely good? Then what am I building upon? Am I going from masterful to just mind-bogglingly adroit to the extreme? Almost beyond description? Is that what you're saying? It's silly. It's a silly use of words. Although if I sit here criticizing the game all day, I suppose it will turn some people off, and I recognize that. Harpoon, that's another attack. Snag an enemy and pull it back to you. May have the opposite effect with larger enemies. You know what? That's all I need to see. Most of the large enemies... Okay, what I would say is that if I'm going to use a special attack, with, you know, the buttons 1, 2, 3, etc., the action buttons, however you want to refer to them, it's mostly going to be against large enemies. So, this obviously is not designed to be used with them, so I won't bother. Next level, physical damage with hammers, so that's hammer focused. Let's boost this twice, perhaps. Yeah, and we'll add that as well. Let's just put all of this into might. We're not going to leave finesse alone, but I actually feel like I might put some points into might just for now, and then come back to finesse next time. We've unlocked Quake. This could be useful. This would be really good just for crowd control. But anyway, let's just do that for now. Destinies. Am I staying with Rogue? Probably. Yeah, let's just stay with that. Alright, that was exciting, wasn't it? Let's save the game. I've just gone and saved over my 2023 save. So it's final. This is it. Alright, let's dispel. Let's try to do a better job this time. That seemed pretty effective. Cotton shoes. I'm not taking those. I'm not even taking those to sell them. No, thank you. Kind of a cool container, though. Alright. Glowing mushrooms. This seems to be our destination. Is this a boss door? Open door.
Theater can show us the whole tapestry of fate laid bare. We can do nothing to change it or prevent its horrors. Well, most of us can.
Yes, all right. I just used the word adroit. Adroit cowl of ice shield. Okay. Scarwood bark, daggers of bloodletting. Let's just take them. Maybe they'll be useful. What's happening with this cowl? Ooh, it's definitely not for us. This is all for magic-related abilities. Won't bother with that. We can use these as secondaries. But I actually want to keep a bow as my secondary. Daggers of bloodletting. Now, what the hell is a weapon socket? Can I put some special ability in the socket? Weapon socket. I don't know. Well, let's not worry about it right now. I think what we currently have is appropriate. Seems to be more effective. Just need to know what a weapon socket is. Surprise attack? Probably not. Kobolds. Very dramatic sound with the fire, don't you think? It's probably good sound design. It's probably just finding an excuse to complain about it last time. I like how you become so effective when you're fighting alongside me, but as soon as you're alone, that's it. You just become almost infantile in your ability to deal with enemies. Here we go. Don't spoil it. See, it was only 25 damage with what I would presume to be a surprise attack. Oh. Should I enter my Reckoning mode for fun? I might save it for a boss fight, really. Because obviously I haven't been using Reckoning mode at all. But that's because it's not necessary. I don't feel like I'm threatened enough to need it. Oh god, who's throwing firebombs at me from a distance? Stop it! I don't know what Agarth is. Oh, he's actually managing to hit enemies on his own. This is extraordinary. Alright. I'm actually running low on consumables here, but hopefully I'll be alright. I'm really getting annoyed with this ranged prick. Who's the ranged prick? Probably you with the backpack, is it? Oh, get out of my way. Yeah, it's definitely the backpack prick. Let's get in there. Oh no, they all are able to throw ranged bombs, or whatever those things are. Okay, let's do our charged attack. What the hell does that do? Oh, he interrupted it. Very good, okay. I gave you an excellent opportunity to hit me because I was trying to do something different from just spamming my attacks. Spamming attack button, which I have been criticizing. But maybe there are options to do more things. Let's have a look and see. So, it moves. Okay, so Comet Strike is what I was organizing. Seems like you do a thrust and then you can chain into a rounding slash. So this is just with long swords. This is what I can do with long swords. They even let you see what's ahead, what you can actually get later on. You think I've... No, I haven't fully explored this room. Let's make sure that we take everything we can. Crude steel chakrams. I really like chakrams, I have to admit, but I think they're a magic weapon, so I'm not going to use them. They are, aren't they? I believe so. Weapons. So let's look at chakrams. I think it... What does it say? I know what I can do. I can go into abilities, sorcery, chakrams. See? That's a shame. I really like chakrams, and I think that was most of the reason why I was going to go in the magic direction. But no, can't use them, sadly. They're just very satisfying to use, I guess. Oh, you annoying cretin. Managed to get a critical attack, though. No, you don't. Nice work. What the hell was that? My camera completely shat itself in that moment, and I don't particularly know why. I really need to figure out if there's a stealth mode. I'm sure I can figure it out right now. So if I go to options, controls, stealth toggle is C. Okay. So stealth toggle is that. Okay. Let's try to make use of that. At this stage, it's just been pure laziness that has led me to not actually try to work out how to do it. Now, what's happening with the guys with the backpacks? At first I thought they were the ones who were throwing firebombs, because it would make sense, right? That they've got some firebombs in their storage or something like that, but who knows? They almost don't even look like backpacks when you get in close. Looks more like a growth coming off the back of them. But, yeah, anyway. Okay, stealth. No, get into stealth mode. I can't even get into stealth mode, for goodness sake. I thought I'd be able to attack with stealth. Maybe it's not intended to accompany one's attacks, and it's instead purely for sneaking purposes. Maybe. By the looks of it, that's precisely what's going on, because I wasn't given the option to attack. Well, you guys can throw spears. How about that? Yeah, take that, kobold creature. No, you don't. Take that. I can't seem to get the follow-up, though. Do you see that? So if I do this, hold on. Oh, I guess I'm just not clicking fast enough. And when I say clicking, I'm referring to my attack button. It's my left mouse button to attack. And this seems to be our destination. We're quite close. Or at least the current destination. It may update. Oh my god. So if I go in stealth mode, yeah, I can't do shit. If I snipe from up here, is that going to be problematic, or what? It'll probably be problematic for Agarth, because, I mean, yes, I'm backing him up, but it means he is going to be the primary target down there. Unfortunately, the one that Agarth is fighting is currently out of my range. Don't worry, I'm just patiently waiting for my arrows to suddenly replenish magically. We can call it magic, can't we? Magical arrows. That, you know, you've just got a quiver. It's like the magic pancake. It's just, you can pull as many arrows as you want out of there, and they're just going to keep coming back, no problem. Alright, come on. Good night. I think most of that was Agarth's work, actually. Have to give credit where credit is due. And if he largely soloed that thing, then he's definitely worthy of some praise. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Let's just get in there, shall we? This is a kobold savage. He's looking pretty savage. It's not a very kind thing to say. The game's just decided that he's savage. He might be quite an upstanding individual. Who's to say? Yeah, looks like our objective has just updated. Agarth is allaying my concerns by saying we are almost there. Just as I was starting to feel my drive seep away. Don't know why we didn't get any subtitles there. Etin War Priest, here we go. I was trying to use my... oh, how do I go into Reckoning mode? Oh, it's X. Excuse me. Do I need to hold it? Hold it. Yeah, here we go. Reckoning mode. Can you take this? Oh my god. How overpowered is this? Yeah. That looks really ridiculous because mouse button 4. Oh, spacebar. Here we go. Yeah. Ah. Reckoning mode. Completely trivialize all of your boss fights with Reckoning mode. Get it now. There's never been a better time to make the game even easier. Ugh. I changed fate, right?
You absorbed everything he was, everything he would do. You changed
Whoa.
destiny itself.
Man, that's pretty radical. That's radical, man. I absorbed, like, everything he was.
When they were supposed to.
Bro, that's incredible.
He tried to kill us. I didn't even know what you said. I was too busy getting a bit hung up on your...
Telling what damage you could do if you are
your choice of words.
more dangerous than I thought. We need to get you to the theater of fate right away.
Oh, yes. Yes, get me to the theatre. I've had enough of this video game. I want to go to the theatre. Get a bit of culture into me, for goodness sake. Alright. What the hell did I pick up? I've missed it now. What was it? Maybe I should try to pay more attention. I think it was a longbow of bloodletting, perhaps? Probably. It's better than what I've got now in terms of damage. It's a longbow. I think we've currently got a short bow. We need to go to my primary saying, no, this is also a longbow, so maybe there are no short bows. Maybe I'm full of shit. Longbow of bloodletting. It's level... requires level 2. I mean, we've been using level 1 weapons for the entire time. We're almost level 5. It's time to upgrade, guys. So I think we're going to walk away from our poison damage now. We've got bleeding damage with this. Unfortunately, we've lost our additional critical hit chance, but hey, this is literally a 10 damage increase. Again, damage. Not physical damage, just damage. Yeah, whatever that is. Also, I'm still cursed and I don't know what that means. I'd love to be able to heal myself. I mean, I do have 1 potion, so how about we just save for good measure? I'd better do that. Okay. Because I'm going to play it a little bit risky. I'm going to proceed with almost no health. Is this the theatre?
Agarth, excuse me, are we at the theatre now? Do you suppose that this is where the performance is going to take place? So I feel rather privileged to be here in the backs, you know, behind the curtain, behind, whatever you call it. Stage whatever, I don't know. In the behind the scenes.
Are we going this way? I suppose so, there's a door that we haven't opened.
Goodness, is this the theatre?
Basic frosted shaft. That doesn't look very interesting. This entire room doesn't look very interesting. Obviously, this isn't where we're meant to go. I guess we're proceeding in that direction. Very well. There's another door over there. Alright, we'd better go over there just to make sure that there's nothing of importance. There was nothing of importance whatsoever in that direction, but maybe there'll be another frosted shaft over here. Goodness me, I don't want to pass up the opportunity to get another frosted shaft. Here we go. I've become very good at dispelling these. Average difficulty? Oh, that's no problem at all. Oh, I'm not very good at this. Never mind. I suck at this. I suck at this. I died. I kind of expected that, to be honest with you. As soon as I saw those things, Yeah, load last save. As soon as I saw the little, I think they're called sigils, some kind of sigil, I suspected that I was not going to succeed in dispelling that. I'm sure it's worth opening, though. I'm going to just... It's all or nothing. Let's try to get it right. We're getting better. I wasn't expecting it to be different. They actually randomize it. Load last save. Let's just keep doing it. Let's be pig-headed about it. And keep on trying. Wait, is this the good direction? I think it's the good direction. The one with the thing that likely has something better than a frosted shaft in it. Oh. Alright. This is harder than it looks. It really is. That's so difficult to do. Oh, don't worry, Agarth. Your friend has just died, that's all. Or rather, I'm probably being a bit presumptuous by describing myself as a friend of his, but still. Difficult... No, I don't need to go... That's quite funny. You keep dying and they're like, oh, is the game too hard for you? Do you need some help? No, I'll be alright. It's actually quite sad. I feel bad that the game actually feels like it needs to reach out to me, and, you know, so I don't lose interest or something like that. Auto attempt, 10% chance? Fuck. Well, is that going to kill me? No, doesn't seem like it. Alright, well, brutal daggers, perfidious. Okay, perfidious leggings, and brutal daggers, which are possibly good, I don't know. There was an eel petal in there. What's happening with these daggers? Are they good? No. Well, admittedly, they're probably going to have a smaller damage amount as compared to a longsword, because they probably attack very quickly. But... I'm not interested in daggers right now. I may be interested in the future. Where the hell is that thing that I picked up? Here we go. We do not have the finesse required to use them, but we're definitely going to hold on to them. I'm interested in getting a finesse-focused set, because, you know, it's all based on increasing your damage. You know, basically adding on to damage from what you've already got, so things like critical hit damage, and possibly increasing the chance of critical hit, of a critical hit, which I think has more potential for increased damage than just flat bonuses, which is probably what you'd get out of might. That's my guess. Hello. I have to try and do this without getting hit at all. I have no more means to heal myself. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm trying to get away. Agarth, for goodness sake, do something useful. Man, get in there. I may be ranged, but you're clearly not. That's not an invitation for you to stand by and have me do everything for you. Goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god, I ran into his attack, or rolled into it, whatever you want to say. You nearly bombed yourself, friend. I'm stuck on an invisible rock. Well, the rock was visible, but I disagree that I was in the way of it. Oops, I thought that you were Agarth, silly me. I'm in a pretty bad situation. I really need healing wares soon. Crude elm longbow doesn't sound better than what I got, so I'm not going to take it. Can I please have some healing wares? The game is finally challenging me somewhat, I guess. How do I... Can I use these regents to do anything? Hold on. I want to change my destiny. I want to change to, like, this guy's definitely not going to die. That's my destiny. Or at least that's the one that I want. Where are my regents? Here we go. Can I do anything with these? I guess I can't actually create a potion while I'm standing here. I do realize that the game is quite streamlined in a lot of ways, but obviously not to that extent. I will actually have to go somewhere to create potions. Oh god, is this the way out? I hope it is.
The theater of fate. I never thought I'd see it.
There'd better not be another boss, otherwise I'm in trouble. Agarth thought he would never see this place. But here we are. Oh, fuck off. I don't want your bombs, guy. I literally can't allow myself to get hit at all. So it's ranged only. And then evading things like firebombs, like these things here. Whoa. It's dangerous business. I'm on ultra difficulty mode right now. No mistakes allowed. How's Zargarth doing over here? Oh, he's actually doing quite alright. Shockingly. Got some gold. I really don't know how many confrontations we've got between here and what I would assume to be the top of this winding pathway. I'm guessing that's where we're meant to go. It would be a sensible assumption. I like how he just disappears inside it. For once, he's actually leading the way. More enemies anywhere? I really don't want there to be, you know? If there's another boss, I will lose my shit. Oh my god, go away. It's not just one either. There's a few. Can I please have some healing wares? I admit this is my fault for not trying to either purchase more or craft more. I am solely responsible for that, but... oh god. I'm going to try and just be really cheesy about this. I'm just going to attack from a distance and let Agarth possibly take all the hits. Oh, I have to let my arrows replenish. As for how that's possible, still don't know, but that's alright. We needn't focus on it too much. Let's just have fun. Let's just play the video game. And not worry about arrows that just appear out of thin air. Good night.
No surprise Niskaru found its way to this place of power.
There were two, not one, two. So we need plural here, not singular.
And at the center of it all is the Destiny Stone. With it, the Fae taught the Fate Weavers the answers to the deepest mysteries of fate. Put your hands on the stone, and maybe we can find answers to your own mysteries.
Okay, what am I supposed to do here?
Put your hand on the Destiny Stone. It'll show me where you fit into the tapestry of fate.
Very well. Got some gold. A tinder twig. Kind of hoping for a little bit more than that. Where did the other guy go? There were two. Maybe I hallucinated the other one. Agarth was referring to one. I can only see one now. Maybe it was all a dream. Well, let's put our hand on this thing. This looks awkward. Do I just go like, oh? Oh, I see. It doesn't have to be on the top. Am I becoming all-powerful? Okay, I have to talk to him. He's so aggressive. Is there something... is it just me? He seems like a very aggressive man.
Was the Codex of Destiny. The wisdom that the Fae used to help the first Fate Weavers understand the nature of the weave. Don't you see what this means?
Nah. That I broke your fate, Rock?
Yes, it is. And from what I can tell, you're the one changing it. With every breath, you're changing how lives begin and
I'm so special. I'm so special. It's like I'm the center of the universe or something.
means something too. But I'll be damned if I can read this thing.
This means I'm unstoppable.
As dangerous as an open flame,
What are these dialogue options?
or destroy them entirely. When you get involved, there's no grand cosmic plan. Only freedom and all the dangers that come with it. And that means I owe you.
Mysticism, mysticism. Story, mysticism. Oh, that was abrupt. Here we go.
The abomination! In the name of Godfall! Attack!
Whoa. Oh, it's the lady with the bikini armor. I like how she immediately, like, positions... Oh, no, no, no! This is dangerous. Here I am, trying to... I'm already dead. This is not fair, guys. Load last save? Where's that going to be? Jesus, I just had to sit through all that shit, guys. Come on. That's not fair. Okay, I actually have to put myself in a position... I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm doing it, guys. It's happening. Oh, am I really doing this? let's go back here. Yeah, all the way back here. I should have done this earlier on, I agree. We're going to skip that thing on the right side. Yes, we're all the way back here, if you haven't already noticed. This is back to a point where I actually have one minor healing potion left. Oh, I do have a greater health regen potion. Oh, let's use that. Let's take it easy now. Let's go back here and use our greater healing regeneration. I forgot that I did actually technically have one more thing. Okay. I do still need to play as well as I was before in order for this to work at all. Oh, I do have this as well. I was being a bit dramatic, wasn't I? I thought I only had the other things. Like, you know, I was using, I think I originally had like 5 or 6, and then I had gotten down to 1, and I used that last one to open that chest. Well, it turns out that I had 3 of these and 1 of these. It's not the end of the world. Okay. It looks like it regenerates slowly over time, whereas the other potion that I had was instantaneous. But that's fine, I'm not in combat or anything. Alright, so we just need to grit our teeth and do all of that again. And actually, to be honest, it's not too bad. We've only really got this confrontation and then that cutscene from before. Anyway, what I was trying to do was, you know, Bikini Armor Lady, she just, you know, kills this person and then just sort of stands rigid, almost to show off her body. It's like, yeah, okay, that's a natural movement. All right, let's do all this again. I don't know why I missed that time. But yeah, my bow seems pretty effective. Hey, you take it easy, man. I'm trying to keep away from all of you. Yeah, nice one, Agarth. We're actually working rather well together. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to stand here and patiently wait for my arrows to replenish once again. Alright. Skip. Goodbye. Alright. So here's this stuff. Oh, we've actually got 2 bodies this time. That's good. Alright, now we need to interact with this thing. Then go and talk to him. Skip. The skip button is actually underneath me. The world is changing. Yes, it is. Is it dangerous? Skip. Now we get this scene again with Sexy Lady. Stabbed. Oh, never mind. It wasn't really a stabbing. It was more of a slashing, then a stabbing. Alright. And then we immediately get surrounded by these guys. Let's use the strong attack. Here we go. And by strong attack, I mean that mode that I forgot the name of. Oh, yes, okay. No, I shouldn't have done that. This is going to... What a terrible idea. So if I do this is like my big final move. And when I do that big final move, it removes my mode. My mode is over. Oh, God, that was a bit loud, wasn't it? Don't you agree? Compared to the rest of the game volume. Fucking Steam sound. Anyway, I got an achievement of some kind, that's all I can tell you. I've got no idea what it related to, but it was about something. I can see you. I hope you drop a bow. That's really good. Doesn't seem like you are. I was trying to do my charge up attack. Hello, lady. Look at you strutting in. How do we know? How do we know? We've watched her kill one of them, and then, you know.
I'm much more interested in your friend here.
Okay, I guess it's not good enough for her to, like, go up to one of the leaders and just fucking annihilate them. Anyway, okay, I'm talking to you, or attempting to anyway.
Now, why do you think that might be? After all, someone who can change the fate of the world.
I've got a very unexpressive face. How did they find me? How much did you hear? I don't know what to say, but I'll say something.
Informed about your location. They came straight here from Didenhill, but they're not nearly as interesting as you. Especially now that they're dead. Now it's my turn. Why are you here?
I'm going to point at you. because apparently etiquette in this world is rather different to our understanding of etiquette in conversation. I came to understand my fate.
Knowing the future is for fools. Who reads the end of a book before its time? Save your attention for the present. Like that codex you found? Our scholars thought those were all gone from the world. But you're just full of surprises. Good luck understanding it.
I've got many more surprises in store for you.
You can have a written language. The stone is simply embedded with what they know. Unseeable to mortals.
Good for my throat, actually. I was feeling a bit parched. I'm interested in the Tuatha.
About the little fish.
Admittedly, I don't even have the first idea of who they are.
There's more to this than you understand.
If you were watching this livestream series with the expectation that I would somehow be following the story, I hope you are now thoroughly disappointed and will not tune in again. Well, okay, goodbye. Was it something I said?
We can't trust her. Never met a Dogalfar who'd give me a straight answer, even with a sword at their
Yeah, between the Dogalfar and the fucking gnome people, can't trust them.
anything she suggests.
Can't trust those elvish, I guess dark elf type people. Untrustworthy. And the gnomes, they'll steal your shit. We've established this. I don't trust her either.
Why? But that doesn't mean she's our enemy either.
Yes,
You need someone
let us be
codex.
racially prejudiced.
Understand it. And she was right about tracking those Tuatha. Meet me at Didenhill,
Judge them by their appearance and their race.
wherever they've made.
Do it.
I've got some final rites to perform before I leave this place. Good luck.
Alright. Deeden Hill has been added to your map. I can level up. Hallelujah, I get to treat myself to more of this careful decision making. Here we go. Now this elusive screen. I still don't know what it's... let's just do mercantile, I don't care. I don't want to see anything else. Alright, so we've probably gone a little bit too hard on might, but I will put one more in might and then another 2 in finesse. How about that? So I want Quake, just for the crowd control, and I should be able to put that to number 1. Now finesse. I still don't really know how this is useful. Hold on, so it looks like you can... Oh, I understand. So as far as doing an attack when you're sneaking, you might not be able to do it with a bow, but you can with daggers, I think. So it's intended for you to sneak up behind an enemy and kill them that way. Very well. Shadow Flare, not interested. Yeah, let's do Longbow Mastery. Precise Weaponry 1. What's that? I don't know what Fey Blades are, but I'm going to go all in on the bow for now. Draw power. Okay, I don't get access to that until I put 4 points into here. Okay. So apparently some of our arrows have been getting deflected, or perhaps there's potential in the future for our arrows to be deflected, but this allows our... Ooh, it also increases the size of our quiver, which is very important. But it seems that each arrow you fire can penetrate even the thickest armor or carapace. Very well. What's this? Envenomed Edge. Oh, God. The careful application of vile poisons to all your edged weapons and arrowheads allows you to weaken your opponents. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've been complaining about poison damage just being, arbitrarily added to my already very effective weapons. Now you're just baking it in. Very well. Well, I suppose it was already baked in, wasn't it? If I can equip a poison bow and now my fire longsword also deals poison damage as a consequence of equipping my poison bow as a secondary, I probably shouldn't be complaining about this as well. But anyway, it's turning into a bit of a power fantasy. Oh, no, I don't want to proceed. I regret going back. I've selected my mercantile, haven't I? Yes, just confirm it. Fuck off. All right, finesse. Are we all good? Yes, we're all good. Confirm. Oh, we've got new fates, or sorry, new destinies, whatever I'm saying. This is a tier 2. What does that mean? Oh, you probably require more. Oh, I understand. So it's tier 2 because we've now reached the threshold in terms of our might, finesse, and sorcery in order to be able to use these. Id est Wayfarer and Guardian. So let's look at our current skills. So ranged attack damage, damage resistance while dodging, piercing damage. Okay, definitely not Guardian. I don't think we want Wayfarer either. I think we're sticking with Rogue for now. Equip requirements reduced by 20% is attractive. +1 to all skills. Ugh. I just like the 30% damage resistance while dodging. Sounds pretty good. Equip requirements reduced by 25%. That sounds like I could get ahead of some of the equip requirements and end up being able to equip something quite strong. I can imagine that situation happening. What should I do? Again, I was alluding to this before, but I am overthinking it. It doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, look at the game we're playing. There's not going to be that much in it. Naturally, I want to try and be as effective as I can be, but am I really going to experience a profound difference one way or the other? Let's just do this. Fuck it. Don't overthink it. Oh, there's that loud sound again. Just blow your ears out, I suppose. Some of this, some of that is what that achievement was called. That was really inspiring. Oh, we've got some added ability. I don't know what. Anyway, cool. Some of this, some of that. Very well thought out name for that that achievement. Here we go. We've got a chest. You're just giving us stuff. Another perfidious weapon. Not weapon, sorry. Piece of armor. We may actually be able to use it now, particularly with our equip requirements having been reduced. Let's have a look. So, better armor. Increased critical hit damage. Yeah, I'm liking this. Bleeding resistance. +2 to finesse abilities if I equip 2 of the same armor, and I've only got 2. Is that better than the +10% health? +2 to finesse abilities. What does that mean? What does that strictly mean? +2 to finesse abilities. I don't really know what that means. Someone watching is going to be like, how can you not know what that means? Well, it's because +2 in this case sounds more like finesse requirement. So if my finesse has 2 added onto it, is that not only going to affect the requirement? Or is there like a general benefit? Like just that +2 is a little bit confusing. If it said 20%, that would feel a little more substantial, but I don't know what +2 actually refers to, if that makes sense. +2 to finesse abilities. Don't know. Anyway, let's go to our abilities. Do you mean +2 to all of these? Is that what you mean? That would be extraordinary. Could you imagine that? +2 to every single one of these. I hadn't actually thought of it that way. Now I know what the +2 could be referring to. That would be pretty amazing if so. Imagine like all of these just had +2 added to them. My god. Probably not. Probably not. So Quake. I want to equip Quake to... Oh, no, I'd like to put you there. There we go. Quake. I'd like to use this in combat. Anyway, we're not going to change our equipment just yet. How long have I been recording? I've been recording for 1 hour and 54 minutes. We will finish up around the 2-hour mark. We shall continue on. I don't want to forget either that I do have a side quest that I wanted to do because it's in the general area. This is hoping, of course, that I haven't, or this is assuming, and I am in turn hoping, that I haven't just been taken somewhere completely different to where we started. Kurtorix. Oh, it seems a little bit dangerous to stay up here, so maybe I shouldn't. Can I jump down? Yes. Oh, I have to do this. Hold on. Where the hell is... Oh, where's my guy? And you know what I mean when I say my guy. It sounds like I'm talking about my romantic partner. I'm not saying that, of course. I can see you're bleeding, it's just... I can't really get to you right now. Come on. Oh. There you go, you're dead. Take that. Oh, I thought he was getting up again. Not really happy with that. Oh, I'd better kill the weaker one first. Oh, he was getting a bit confused there. Didn't quite know where to go. That was a good critical hit. Ow. Oh, the fucking terrain was blocking my escape. Oh, out of arrows. I want to escape you guys, like get past you. Nope, never mind, even though there is an open space. Oh, fucking hell. Yes, I can see that. I'd better heal myself, hey? Consumables. Yep, I'll use that. Very good. Oops. I want to hit the weaker one, come on. I'm not getting a huge damage increase when I fully charge, so I'm actually not going to commit to that. Alright, the weaker ones are all dead now. Do you see that? So the charge was 56, and then the non-charge was 41. So it's actually better for me to just shoot without fully charging, I think. The DPS seems to actually wind up dealing better damage as a result. Shine and Shadow. Yeah. That was actually the name of the quest, or at least something. The name of a quest, I think. Quests? Shine and Shadow? There you go. I've searched Kurtorix, but I wasn't able to find the artifacts Evisen spoken of, only a set of daggers named Shine and Shadow. I should return these to Evisen, I don't know how to say his name, and see if these were what he was talking about. Are they any good? I might not bring them back. They seem pretty good. Jesus, look at these. These look really good. They are as two sides of a coin, searing hot during the day, ghostly cold at night. Spare me. Jesus, who wrote this? Admittedly, I have to consider the target audience. Both age-wise and, indeed, gender-wise. Anyway. I may end up using those daggers for my own purposes, but we'll see. We'll see. Looks like we're actually going back the way we came. Excellent. I'm happy with that. I think that was the side quest that I was talking about, wasn't it? The one where I said it was close to where we were going anyway. Yeah. Well, very good. I'll probably save before I give the guy the daggers, and we'll see if what he ends up giving me in return ends up being better or worse. It'll be interesting to find out. Jeez, we have to go all the way over there to meet up again with Agarth. Whatever. Fuck this guy. Would it be nice for him to, you know, exit the area with me and then say, I'll see you again shortly, or I'll see you soon, best of luck in your journeys, or whatever. No, none of that. Very cold and unfeeling man. He's also very aggressive. I ought to beat some manners into him. Okay, we're going to quests, and we're going to Shine and Shadow. Let's go. And give this guy these daggers. Or not. We'll see. That can be our last task in this part of the recording. Is it a good idea to go back the way I came, or no, I'm not going to take the circuitous route of possibly fucking around over here and then eventually getting there. Let's just go back the way we came so that we're not taking too much time. Okay, this looks really enticing. Look at this. Leechwood tree. Didn't get shit. What's that? You seem rather friendly. I'm not going to harm you. Oh, those dodgy gnomes. Look at them over there. They're all dead and stuff. They got what they deserved. Plundering, thieving creatures. I suppose one thing that we should consider is how they look when we equip them, and by they I mean shine and shadow. Oh, here we go. Excuse me, I'm trying to equip my shine and shadow. How about I use them? Oh, hello, Duxtier. Why? It sounded like I said why. I was just making a silly noise, actually. He's actually really strong. Let's equip the bow. I think we need to be as strong as we can be here. Not using things that we haven't actually improved. And by improved, you know what I'm saying. We haven't actually leveled up our abilities with that weapon yet. Oh, we're out of arrows. Unfortunately, once I take one punch from him, I get stuck. I have to take the next one as well. Got him bleeding. And there we go. We've got some experience, and... oh, apparently we've killed one of the enemies from a different side quest that I don't even remember accepting. We've got Squire's Hammer. That may be something that we use in the future. Don't know if we're going to use it now. Ooh, we may. We may do. Very slow speed. What have we got here? Well, I suspect that despite being quite slow, it will hit enemies out of whatever they're doing, most likely, because it's so heavy. Let's just keep with Scalding Longsword for now. Scalding, I'm not really that concerned about the pronunciation. Okay, let's bring these daggers back. I'm not that excited about those daggers. I've already got a flaming weapon. They look pretty flaming. What's this thing? It's a shrine of some kind. Therden's Charge. Okay, I don't know what it does, and it doesn't tell me what it does. But I bet it's good, whatever the hell it is. Some kind of buff. Is this where we're meant to be going? Yes. We do have our super mode. I really need to remember what it's called. We do have that ready to use whenever. I just need to remember that it's actually an option. Alright, let's save the game. I suspect that I'm just going to give him the daggers. I mean, seriously.
These are shine and shadow. I was sent to recover artifacts of importance, not simple weapons.
This had better not change the reward you're going to give me.
Fool. How am I to return to them with these?
I don't know, but I've brought you back what you asked me to. If you don't want them. I did my job.
Fair point. There might be more dignity in returning with nothing at all than bringing back a set of trinkets.
Very well. Keep the weapons as your reward. I hope you find more use for them.
Really? Hold on. Hold on. You're not even going to give me any gold or anything? You're just going to give me the weapons. You sent me on an errand to get the weapons, and you're not even... Fuck you, guy. I was going to get them anyway. I was there for other reasons. You bloody, shifty, nasty little man. Like, seriously, I ran an errand for him, and he's like, well, actually, you can keep those. I mean, thanks. I could have done that anyway. I could have slit your throat and taken everything that you had on your person and kept the bloody blades. Anyway, that's that. Extremely anticlimactic, or didn't really align with expectations, we'll say. Can I go swimming? Apparently you can swim in this game. This is a realization that I've just come to. I didn't know that you could swim in this game until right now. Wow. I don't know why I thought you couldn't swim in this game. I just didn't expect them to have taken the time. Apparently there's something here. Let's dive. What do we got? Oh yeah, ceremonial gauntlets and squire's staff. Well, I don't need this staff, but I may sell it. This is quite interesting. I'm impressed that the game lets you swim. If you're wondering why I never even thought to go in the water, it's because I never even thought that they would have taken the time to let you swim. This game just won some brownie points with me. For better or worse. For better or worse, if I want to actually speak properly. Okay, ceremonial gauntlets. Nah. Alright, what's here? What here, mate? Oh, that thing. The thing that I'm not going to use, but will probably sell at one point. Or another. Okay. That's it, I suppose, for this recording. We've gone for... how long? 2 hours and 6 minutes in total. I think we've done alright. We've made some progress through the game. I don't know how many locations there are in this game. I don't know if I talked about it at all at the start of this live stream series, but basically, I played this game maybe for about 15 hours or something like that. Back in, I want to say 2012, 2013, I think 2012. And I didn't continue playing it. Not because I really disliked it, but because I wasn't getting that much out of it. I did lose interest at some point. It didn't feel like I was really building a character with meaning. I suppose I'm doing this live stream series just so that I can say that I've played the game honestly, and then I will be able to make an assessment of it. At the moment, it's just looking like a basic RPG, hack and slash, whatever. Might be fun to play, might not be. It's possibly too early to say. What I can at least comment on is that I'm not hating it. It's entertaining at least to see how silly the story can be at times, and how weird the characters can be, and how, I guess flawed the game is. That in and of itself has entertainment value, but yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, one way or the other. I will see you next time I decide to record this game. I'll try and not have it be another 2 years, although don't expect this game to feature on the channel constantly. But, yeah. I do thank you all for watching for now. So long.